Chicago has been the center of architecture in the United States, at least, for quite some time. So it established its name very early on. I think it's what attracts a lot of architects to the city of Chicago.
We are the home of the skyscraper. We're really the birthplace of American modern architecture.
Many of the innovations that allowed skyscrapers to be built were tested and founded here in Chicago.
We are at the forefront, so we should celebrate that, but at the same time, we've also shown ourselves to be very much in the game for the current design and how you're dealing with much larger buildings.
We really need to continue to be a leader in innovative design. There's a lot of development happening and some really interesting projects.
It is an exciting time in Chicago, no question. People moving back into cities, people wanting to live where they work and do other things, shop or visit museums, and that's caused a need for housing.
What does the owner or renter want? They want location to the central business district, they want to ease walk to work, they want a cultural environment, and you just go down and check off the list of items, and you find all of a sudden that Lakeshore East is probably the best location in the city.
Well, Lakeshore East obviously is an incredible place that's been formed, and kudos to Magellan to having the vision that really goes back 15 years now. We're fortunate at BKL to be working on several of the parcels along with Vista, which is frankly going to be the centerpiece of this development.
It creates a great design opportunity which we think our architects have taken advantage of.
It's very organic in its structure. It pushes architecture and design.
Finding ways to really break out of the essential box-like nature, getting to a much more flamboyant and romantic form.
And it's such a prominent location on the river. It's something that makes people talk and say wow and admire it as being a wonderful piece of Chicago architecture.
The plan that was set out was sound. It allowed for great inspired urban planning, but allowed the market to come along and absorb it in a way that made it possible.
If you look at the history of the Lakeshore East community, the progression through the project over the last 15 years, each project built on the success of the previous one. Vista Tower will set a new standard of excellence.